Hello. You've probably noticed that we have a lot of old equipment now. And yeah, we do. We're helping out at I don't know, I guess you could call it a museum. It's the HCHS Canada Heavy Construction Heritage Society. We're helping get things going. And this is our little case Terra Trac 1000. So in 1957, Case bought a company called ATC, the American Tractor Corporation, and basically they bought them for the backhoe. So they wanted the back end to build the Case 300 integrated backhoe, and they got dozers along with it. Case hadn't really done a lot with dozers up until that point. They had a couple, but nothing really successful. Definitely John Deere, International, Caterpillar, it all blown by them. And Case really didn't seem like they knew what to do. So they got these machines. And the ATC was pretty simple. So they named their machines basically by what they were. So Terra was the general name for it. And then after that it described what it was. So the Terra Trac was the basic farm tractor. So it'd come with a 3-point hitch, a drawbar, all that stuff. The Terra Dozer had the dozer blade on it, and the Terra hoe came with a little backhoe and a front loader. So this machine, it is weird, it is a Terra Trac, but it does have the factory 6-way blade. They should also have a big Continental 4-cylinder diesel, but someone has swapped ours over to a 453 Detroit. So it is Terra Trac 1000, which means 100 horsepower. I don't think this Detroit quite makes that much, but the powers are pretty good. This little thing, it's kind of an ugly swap, but it does work pretty good. So the throttle linkage isn't amazing. We struggle to get more than, say, half throttle, but that's what the trailer cable on the other side is for. You pull that, you get like 3/4 throttle. So this thing is a hydraulic 6-way. So you see these two hydraulic lines coming out from the hard body out here, and you got this little cylinder that pushes a slide that angles the blade, and you got some tilt in there. It's a pretty neat little unit. This thing's been sitting for quite a few years. My friend Landon and I decided to get it running a couple months ago. It was sitting out here, and we'd actually thought the engine was seized because you actually couldn't even turn it over. And we just came and stuck a battery in it, and this thing just lit off like it had been shut off yesterday. So we do need to do a little work. She's got a couple of leaks here and there. A bunch of the track shoes were actually, or the pins were seized, but we've got those worked in. We've got it sitting on blocks right now just in case we need to push a little snow, but it's like middle of December here and there's no snow yet. El Nino's a bitch. So this is our little Detroit that's been jammed in here. I do believe it came off a genset. Like I said, here's our trailer cable to give her a little more throttle. The old Turbo 2 air cleaner and a muffler because someone thought it needed a muffler, I guess. Anyways, that's coming off. We're actually going to get a stack for this thing. So the seat is actually inside the tool trailer behind me. And this little dude is actually a very comfortable little dozer to run. So you've got 2 steering brakes down here. They're not actually hooked up to the 2 master cylinders. I need to pull those off and we'll see if we can get those unseized. This feller down here, I don't even know what that does, but probably did something at some point. So we've got our fuel tank back here, hydraulic tank in that other side, battery box here, and this has the Tromatic drive, which is basically 2 transmissions stacked into one machine. So if you want to go forward, each track forward, and then you have high, neutral, and low for each track. So right now, because we don't have any brakes for this bad boy, if you want to turn, Basically, one track, kick her off to the right, leave the other in neutral. You can actually put the other side into reverse and you can kind of rotate. So this dozer is I think best figured of like a 1957 to a 58. It is one of the earlier ones. It's amazing to think 70 years ago dozers had counter rotating tracks when there's still a lot of dozers out there that don't. So we got our blade controls on the other side. Some of them aren't really hooked up. And then your decel pedal over there is actually the accelerator pedal. So on this thing that revs it up. I'm not sure if they were that way from the factory, but we're gonna find out. I'm gonna spend a little time this winter getting this bad boy tuned up a little bit. It is an awesome little dozer. I've got some footage of Lennon and I running it. It's a neat little dude. We honestly spent about 10 minutes getting it running here back in September, and it just went to work. I love this thing. This is back when Case was like a big deal. And these machines were actually how Case got into construction. So they bought ATC. The guy that basically owned American Tractor came to Case and got them into all sorts of stuff. So it's a neat little piece of equipment. And we've got plenty of other stuff here. So we've got these two Warner and Swayze Hoptow 1900s. They do both run, and they've both been running, as you can see here. We did a little digging a couple months ago. I tried cleaning this up with a little Terra Trac the other day, but it didn't work. A little IH 660 tractor. Got a Hi-Ho 580 on an old Nodwell, because why not? Got the Co-Ring 1066, which has been running the last couple of months. It needs a cylinder rebuilt. And then the two Northwest, the cable hoe. We've got a clamshell, little Dominion shovel. And yes, this is also where the big green frustrating machine lives. It does run. There's a video of it out there. And we've got some work to do to this thing. Actually, I'll put this one out there. If anyone in YouTube land has Terra TS24 parts, we need the control valve. So that is what runs your bowl and apron, all that good stuff on a TS24. Well, on this thing, it runs all this. That thing leaks like a son of a bitch. If you have parts, seal kit, rebuild kit, anything, let me know. I'll leave the email address down below. We need parts. We're having trouble. We'll come get them. We'll do what we gotta do. But help us out. Anyways, let's go do dozer stuff over there like 3 months ago. Yeah, that's it. Do it.